These carpets are very flush and in excellent shape. You can see the true miles on this just by looking at the interior. Judging the condition of it, it's just beautiful. Everything is the way it should be. No rips on the seats. It looks like it's aged on the driver's seat just a hair bit. And the remainder of the seats are in excellent shape. The controls work. If only I could find one of these and put it back on. But besides that, 44,000 original miles is what the longtime owner said is accurate. And I could look at it and tell you the same thing. Back seats, excellent shape. The headliner is beautiful. The carpeting, you can see it for yourself. If it was a little bit lighter outside, this would do more justice because this is a baby blue. It has beautiful interior. Ashtray. The wood paneling here is in excellent shape. It's all original. Your little lights work on the corner there. Headliner is perfect. I don't see any blemishes in the headliner. Sun visor, as it should be. So when I bought this car, I actually drove it all the way back from Fresno. Didn't give me a single issue. I was driving at night in the rain. Not a single issue as I was driving. And the motor has been completely, pretty much gone through at some point. As you can notice, everything under this engine bay looks beautiful. It's rare that you'll see these all in place and not torn apart. All of these bolts look like they're new everywhere around it. If you'll notice, someone spent a lot of time getting this motor looking as good as it does right now. And I think that if you guys don't know, chrome valve covers are very difficult to have because they don't sit flush like the original ones. But I think it may have a small valve cover leak somewhere along the intake manifold, because the top of this trunk looks like it just came out the factory. It's got the original stickers. The paint is flawless. You guys really should come and see the car for yourself to appreciate this. The weather stripping is in amazing condition. Obviously, I don't see signs of repaints here. I just don't see a line. I'm not sure. It's difficult to know exactly because it is an old car, but if they painted it, they did a very good job and they took everything apart. From my knowledge, I don't think they painted this area. I did notice they touched up the trunk, the top of it. But besides that, no rust issues at all, guys. It looks very, very nice in here. If you just look at these are cardboard and they disintegrate. But on this one, they look like they're new. All the little details. The color of the jack stand, they don't stay this color gold. Normally they wear out. Obviously the mat here is in good shape underneath. Very good shape. That's a new tire in there. Or not a new tire, but it's got good thread. Beautiful trunk area. And the suction obviously works. Hold it in. I just see tiny hairs of spray right over here, and that's pretty much I think on the whole car. I don't know if the whole thing's been painted. I don't think it has. I drove this car back from Fresno. Not a single issue going through Pacheco Pass, which is all mountains. It just runs really solid. The steering's as tight as can be for an old American car, and it doesn't feel like there's really any brake issues or suspension issues. You can take your hand off the steering wheel and go straight down the road. So it looks like it's been pretty well taken care of in that sort. Odometer is working. So odometer works, the gas gauge works. Your radio works. To get copyrighted, but the radio does work. Your lights work. Your AC, I was told it worked because the guy lived in a very hot area. The windows both work. So the windows both work. AC, I got it going. Let's see what happens. The fuel lines in there look like they're pretty new. I didn't do that, but I'm assuming someone else did. And this muffler right here looks like it's pretty new as well. Obviously, no issues here. The differential is not leaking anything. I don't see anything concerning. These are brand new tires that were put on. They have less than 1,000, not even 1,000 miles on them. You do got one thing here that probably could be addressed whenever you want. It's not really concerning right now. No rust issues here. Brand new tires. No bubbling, no rust issues. No sign of repaints. I mean, especially not in here. This car may have been touched up, but I can guarantee no one went through the trouble of taking every inch of everything off just to paint it completely. So not only does the car not have any rust, obviously right here on the floors, no rust in the past, but also look at these, look at the transmission oil. I mean the oil pan. This motor I know has been taken out, and I'll tell you guys more about it in a little bit, but they took the motor out, got it fully rebuilt or redone. I don't unfortunately have the receipts because I didn't get him with it. He didn't want to give out his information, but transmission, no leaks. This is after I drove all around Pebble Beach all day. So no leaks, it looks like, in the transmission. Oil pan, no leaks coming from the oil pan. Everything is like brand new underneath here. I mean, everything you look at in the engine looks like it's been addressed, from the fuel pump to these hoses, the bushings. These bushings here have been replaced. Tires are brand new. Lots of services done. Whoever buys this car is getting a lot of major work that you would have had to do before already done on it. Brand new tires. So same deal here. All these bushings look good. They look lubricated and proper. New tie rod tips, new screws, and this engine looks flawless. Again, this is after a long drive through Pebble Beach, and while I was taking photos of it, it would have leaked something if it had some kind of oil leak on the oil pan, but it's just so clean under here. Transmission's dry, doesn't look like it's leaking anything. The tires have been balanced and they're brand new. When you drive this car, it just drives so straight down the road. You can take your hands off the steering wheel and the car will do fabulous. Typically it'd be usual to see a drip or two, but this oil pan is dry. It's amazing that they sealed it up as properly as they did. You have the original build sheet, your owner's manual, and a few miscellaneous paperwork here, but this car was loaded in options. Look at all these extra options he put on. Tilt wheel, cruise control, I think they all came with that, but a lot of things he also paid extra for. It was a $9,000 retail price, and he paid $11,200. Full of cool stuff. It's awesome that you have this. It's not every day that you see someone who maintained their original sheet. And here is where it came from originally. So it's been a Fresno car all of its life, since new.